Hi everybody, it's Rob. This is an introduction video to the start of the authority site training. Now this is going to be a lot of videos and in-depth on everything you need to do to set up an authority website. Now, to give you an idea, there are probably 3 or 4 major authority site training courses out there, and most of them $1,500 and upwards. And the point I'm saying about this is that it's there for a reason. It's a very, very good way to make a living, and I'll talk you through it on all of that. Okay, the reason I'm starting on this screen though, which is the front page of the website, is to tell you that this authority site training is going to be, even though I'm going to be doing 10, 20, 30, 50 videos, I've got no clue yet on it. In truth, the concept, the style, the steps are going to be very similar to what you would be doing when you do the blogging training and when you do the affiliate marketing. These three are so similar that they're almost the same. And further down the line, when I teach you e-commerce, print on demand, website flipping, your own courses, almost all of those involve a similar setup in training, in what you need to do to get it all started. Okay, so let me pause this and then get started on the actual introduction video. It won't be a second. Okay, I'm back. So first up, remember that I'm going to be teaching you this with an eye on a simple fact, and that is that you probably have fibromyalgia, MS, chronic fatigue, some kind of a disability or an issue that causes you to need to work in a stress-free, controlling your own time type of environment, and this is absolutely perfect for that. There are negatives, and the negative is that if you don't pay somebody to build it for you, which could cost $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000, if you did it all yourself, you're going to work pretty hard for 6 months before you even start to make money. And I say pretty hard, it's debatable as to what hard is. If you're efficient, you can get by with an average of 2 or 3 hours per day average over that 6 months and still do just fine. We'll talk through all of it. I keep on wanting to tell you about a podcast I watched earlier. We're talking about an authority site, and he kept saying that he expects 100 pages would be best, 150 pages before you even expect to make money, and 6 months. And that pretty much said it. So a 6-month-old 150-page website with backlinks, correctly done, will actually earn you a living. And I'm going to show you how to set all of that up. Right now, so as not to kind of turn this into 10 million videos, let me run through this. I'm going to introduce myself still more. Sorry about that. You're going to then learn how to do niche research, set up your website, get hosting, get a domain, actually build WordPress, put up the theme, do the keyword planning. So let's go here, navigational planning. You'll do your core pages, your silo structure and all of that, and you'll start to literally flesh out the website at that point. And once that, now at this point the website's live, of course, obviously from here, but once the website's live, you could then carry on and go on, and then you'd then start to work with SEO and create other content, and after that you're duplicating the content and things work as from there. 1 second, let me get from this into the introduction. Okay, so technically my introduction covers these aspects. What this series of videos will teach you. So I'm going to run through, and I repeat, I don't know if it's going to be 10 or 50 videos. I'll literally just make them as I go. But I'll work as per this. And you'll see that, I'll open them for you in a second. So I'm going to teach you the step-by-step system that you need once you've chosen your niche. So you would have pre-done the niche research. In fact, I'm going to remind you to do that anyway. And then you come in here and do the step-by-step. Okay. I've already told you that this is the same as affiliate marketing, the same as blogging. They're so close. And an authority site very often, in fact, is a blog. And it is affiliate marketing. So I might, when it comes to blogging, simply put up a video that says, go and watch the videos at authority site. And then simply do case studies, which would probably be wise. Right, so here's what you can expect from authority site. Let me see if I've got more stuff in. I really have. Cool, so let me cover this all. Okay, so now I'm not going to. I'm going to finish this now with just an introduction. So I'm going to produce that. I'm going to come back and talk about these. And then I'm going to produce a second video to talk about that, a third. How many different types of authority sites are there? Let me cover that right now. Every single niche could probably have a number of authority sites. Remember, it's this. If there's a subject or an issue out there that people are talking about, even if it's a brand new thing, trending right now, a person that became a prominent person, the website that has the most information, real and honest and informative information on that subject, becomes the authority site. So there are authority sites with 30 pages, and the authority sites are 3 million pages. It's that simple. By the way, in an SEO point of view, I've done this for 12 years, and I can tell you there was a time back in 2009 maybe where an authority website was considered 10 pages. I'm not joking. It got to be where a mini site then was 1 page, and then a mini site became 30 pages, and authority site became, and I'm just putting these in inverted commas. And so in reality, all it is an authority site is the site that's recognized and ranks a lot for a lot of the keywords on a subject, and people in your niche or your niche talk about you as the guy. You know, so you talk about authority sites, you're going to talk about smart passive income, you know, that kind of people. So it's simple enough, right? How fast will you make money? I'm going to cover that now. Yeah, not so fast. The good news is that when you make money, it'll be a lot of money. So if you're going to do an authority website, know that it's going to be your core business. It's going to take up 80% of it. You're going to build it past 100, 150 pages, 6 months of work per site. Once you get it to a certain point, you can still call it an authority site and run away from it. And I'll say run away meaning start another one. So you could build an authority website every 6 months. And at some point, you will either then employ, watch down here, staff. You will either outsource it, or you'll employ staff that come in every day and sit at a desk in your eyesight where you tell them, hey, type, you know, and they will then be producing the pages and the backlinks that they need just to keep it alive and growing. But a good authority site should earn you at least $5,000 a month. And to be honest, I would expect a good authority site to start at a minimum of 10, and I'd expect $20,000 from it if you've done your job right and you've chosen your niche right. Now, before I run away from the introduction, I just need to point out a simple fact too. Again, fibromyalgia. I can tell you this, that when you say authority site, I'm going to try to teach you to know that in the long term, you will have this 150-page authority website, 1,000, a million page. Please be careful of that word. That's a big number. But my point is that I need you to start earning money from home so you can sit there, and when you wake up in the morning with a really bad day and think, oh, screw it, I'm in pain today, ow, 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 you don't have to get out of bed and go to work with that fog pain issue, right? But at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you wake up from a nap and you flex your fingers and think, oh, okay, I'm okay. And your pills are kicking in, and you go downstairs to your laptop, you sit at the kitchen table in your pajamas and your jammies, and you work for 3 hours. And I want you to be able to do that stress-free and know that within 6 months you've got an income. I'm going to show you down here sooner or later how you can shortcut that 6 months as you're making money faster. But don't try and put that pressure on yourself. So know that this is an authority website that you're building out to be a retirement level thing, that you work on it for a year and you might only be making $2,000, but in the next year it'll be $4,000, the year after that it'll be $8,000, the year after that it'll be $15,000, and at some point, and probably go much faster, and when you get to $8,000, outsource the work. So now you know what's needed. It's just donkey work. You get content writers to create the content. You have a virtual assistant that does the thing. Somebody else is doing your backlinking. And once a week, you have virtual meetings with each person for an hour. You check that they're still kind of on board. And then you go and watch movies or whatever it is that you do, paint or read books or just, fog out. So that's it. With the introduction, I'm going to literally try to cover everything as I can for you as efficiently as possible. And let's make this all work well for you. Cool. Take care. Cheers.